Hey guys, it's JP. Thanks for watching this video. As many of you know, as you've been observing, as I have, the times that we're living in, it seems more likely than not that darker days are ahead of us. I mean, it would take quite the optimist among us to believe that the future is bright and that we're bequeathing a better world with greater potential to our children. Obviously, we believe in the sovereignty of God, but that doesn't mean that we still can't be concerned about what's likely to transpire in the years to come. Now, that said, I believe that lots of fathers, the people that God has ordained to be the leaders of their homes, they either aren't understanding what time it is and are thus focused on the wrong things like making money, their careers, sports, entertainment, or they do understand, but they don't know how to go about preparing themselves and their families to be ready. And so I am seeing a need for men to speak out, to challenge, to encourage, to galvanize, to help other men be better in their roles as husband and father. Now, this has been a passion of mine for a long time. I've thought about this for many years. I've also shared a lot of this with some of you. But at the same time, I've been somewhat content to just keep to myself. Parent my own kids well, enjoy my family, train up my children. I wanted to just focus on that. What business do I have helping other dads if I don't have my own house in order? But I think that now's the time. In fact, it's probably overdue. So this is my first real concrete step. I'm putting it all out there. And I've created this company, this organization called Salty Family. And if I can just take a quick moment to explain the meaning behind this name. The obvious reference is to the various times that Jesus talks about being salt of the earth. He mentions it, or it is mentioned in 3 of the Synoptic Gospels in somewhat different contexts, but all having to do with not losing our saltiness. Meaning it's a warning. It's a warning for us Christians, and we are to be salty, meaning we're to have a preserving and a seasoning effect on the world for the good of man and obviously for God's glory. But I believe that we're not to do this simply as individuals, but as a family. God designed us to be born into families. The family is a God-ordained institution, and so we should be salt in the world as families. Now, this ties in with the second meaning of Salty Family. I use the word SALT as an acronym for savoring all of life together. Now, what greater blessing in life is there than having deep, strong, loving relationships in the home between husbands and wives, parents and children, and between siblings? But if you look around, who really enjoys this blessing? It's become an exception more than the rule. It's obvious that family is under attack. It's not the center of a person's life as it once was. It's very fragmented. And we can point our fingers at the Industrial Revolution, to science and technology and progress, and humanistic philosophies and ideologies. All of these things have contributed to the erosion of family bonds. And government certainly incentivizes the fragmentation of the family. And I know it's somewhat cliche to say that fatherlessness is at the root of all of society's ills, but it is probably true that if all men raised their children properly, we'd see the elimination of the vast majority of crimes in this country and around the world. So we really can't overstate the importance of fathers being good fathers. And I think that it starts with dads wanting a salty family. Dads have to want to savor all of life together with their wife and children for the glory of God and for the good of other people. And that's what this organization is about. I want to give men resources to help them spend more time with their families, to be more thoughtful about the kinds of things that they do in the home, to set the tone, to lead with a vision, to take an active role in molding and shaping the character of their children, and really to just enjoy every bit of it while it lasts, because we know we don't have our kids forever. Now, as I mentioned before, I do think that dark days are ahead of us, and I know that we all want change. We want change for the better because we want something better for our children. But let's be realistic. We're not going to change the world. Whatever happens in the next election, political activism, all of these things aren't going to change the world. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be involved in these things, but what I am saying is that we really do need to prioritize the right things, and family is just much higher on that list. Now, to get to the specifics of why I made this video and what I'm asking of you. I really need your help. I need accountability and feedback. I'm going to be writing blog posts about a myriad of issues pertaining to what I've just been talking to you about. And I'm keenly aware that I have blind spots. I need to improve in my ideas as a writer, as a communicator. And so I really do value that critique, that criticism. I want to know what's good and what's bad about what I'm saying. And so I'm asking you if you would be willing to help me in this way. Specifically, it would mean joining my newsletter, reading the things that I post, responding probably through email to them with your thoughts and critiques and suggestions and so on. I've reached out to you specifically because I trust you and I respect you, and I believe that you have the same heart for these things as I do. And so it would be a great honor if you would join me on this journey. Now, that said, I have prepared the first of my blog posts. It's an article about one of the dangers in the home that dads might not be accounting for or even might not even be aware of, EMF radiation. So please take a read and let me know what you think. It might even be helpful for you. Thank you guys for your time. Please pray for me. I'm excited about doing this work. I also wrestle with doubts at times, so please pray that I would forge ahead, be courageous like Joshua, and I do really look forward to hearing from you. Thank you guys.